quarantiners, we're going to make some steamed broccoli. And that's because broccoli, as you well know, is a very, very healthy food. And despite the fact that one of our ex-presidents, George W. Bush, proclaimed during his presidency that he did not like broccoli, and because he was president, he didn't have to eat it, which caused a huge backlash, even before the interwebs. His mother, Barbara, which is a very rude feminist, anti-feminist thing to call his wife, even because she looked like the guy on the Quaker Oats box. I'm sorry, she did. If his actual mother had cooked broccoli the way we're gonna cook it, he'd be loving it, and I'll show you why. I also just read on the interwebs, and I'm not gonna call it that anymore because that's old. I read on the internet that 45% of the calories in broccoli, and as you know, there's very few, protein. So you've got a protein source right here. And when you make it deliciously, you're going to be eating your protein and really loving it. I promise. So you're going to cut up your broccoli crown, which is, well, you buy the crown and then you cut it up into florets. And I've got the water on. I've got my steamer in here. And some people might not know about a steamer. It's usually metal. And do yourself a favor and get one at the dollar store. I don't know how much it'll cost. Joke. They cost $1 at the dollar store. They'll probably cost $14 at Williams-Sonoma. So get yourself one because they make food, good food, healthy food, delicious. As a point of fact, you can make any food delicious if you have the right condiments. And I do. I believe that having a stocked pantry, a shelf filled with different spices, different items, different herbs, and different sauces really makes the difference. It makes the difference between enjoying your meal that's healthy and, see, I don't want to say low calorie, but that's what we're talking about. If we're on a weight loss plan, which I am, I want to lose 30 pounds by the end of this. And in so doing, I eat foods that are high in energy and protein and vitamins and minerals and lower in calories. And I also choose to eat foods that are not processed. That doesn't always work out, but that's the goal. 80-20, right? Everybody's talking about that ratio, right? 80-20. 80% of the food I eat, I like to have not processed and low or no sugar. 20% of the time, hell yeah, I'm gonna have my froyo, which I love. I don't want to go through life without my Euro Tart frozen yogurt with chopped almonds and blueberries. To me, that's heaven, right here on earth. Let's steam our broccoli. One of the things I also, one of the things I also just read is that the best way to steam your broccoli is to wait until your water, your pot is hot and steamy, and it is. I actually see steam coming out of it. So what I'm going to do is let it get nice and steamy, and then I'm going to open it up, toss in my broccoli florets, and then I'm going to bring the flame down to about medium, okay? Most important, the most important thing about steaming your broccoli is timing. Do not let it sit in the steamer for even 1 second over 5 minutes. You'll know. Come on, stupid. Oh, it doesn't like that. All right, well that timer's not working, so let's do this timer. Timer. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do it for even less. 4 minutes. So that you want the broccoli to stay bright green. That's the goal. And I promise you, when little Georgie Bush was forced to eat his broccoli, it was not bright green. It wasn't even olive green, which is bad enough to do to broccoli. It's a crime. It should be against the law to let broccoli be served when it's olive green. It needs to be bright green, vibrant green, okay? Now I'm going to show you the super secret spices that we're going to use. This is my basket of Asian goodies. I keep them here because I like to use Asian seasonings quite a bit. Rice vinegar, oyster sauce. Oh, special, those are the obvious ones. There's specialty items that, of course, I get on Amazon, even though I really hate supporting them, except for the fact that I also have a couple of shares of stock, so I love supporting them. My motto in life about myself is that I am passionately ambivalent about everything. Amazon is a perfect example. I love it and I hate it. I hate what it's doing. Okay. Step off the soapbox. Thank you. This stuff is called furikake. I didn't make a bukkake joke. I got this at Trader Joe's, which of course we love. Let me do it like the beauty influencers do makeup. This adds a really nice flavor. It's got the nori, the seaweed, and it's got sesame seeds. Sesame seeds, sesame, are not just delicious, but they are apparently filled with good stuff. What's this? Oh, my pickled ginger. Ooh, that should be in the fridge. I was using it and I put it back over there. Okay, black sesame seeds. And I also have the others. The white sesame. The important thing about sesame seeds to make them taste the best is to make sure they're toasted. I lost my sesame seed grinder, which is a very important little tool in my cooking life. I think what happened is that, because it's happened before, but I haven't done anything to fix it. You see that little trash can right there? Things have actually accidentally slipped off this counter and fallen in there, and I've had to pick them out. And I suspect that's what happened, because where else is a sesame seed grinder going to go? I should check with my friends who come over. They don't, because of COVID. Okay, so we're going to use those. We're going to use some soy sauce. I have a thing with soy sauce. Oh, let's take a look at our broccoli. Now, we want to keep it covered, of course, because that's what steaming does. And it is turning green. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Hello. The last time I made my steamed broccoli, I didn't let it steam quite enough because, as you can tell, I'm so nervous about overcooking it. I undercooked it, and you wanna cook it in that baby bear spot, just right. We're also going to use sesame oil. This is an Asian influenced dish, and that's why we use the toasted sesame oil. Couple of different kinds of sesame oil. There's one for cooking that I don't use at all. This is for flavor, and that's really important. If you take your toasted that means we got to keep an eye on our vibrantly green broccoli florets. Okay, timer cancel. Hello, hello. And we're going to make sure that they're cooked in that baby bear way. Like right now, the stems are still kind of white. So I'm going to let it cook for another minute, okay? But don't let me cook it for more than that, okay? Just say, stop cooking the broccoli. Okay. You mustn't use toasted sesame as a cooking oil because it's deeply flavored and it's so delicious. A little bit of this goes a long way. And that is also true for the hot sesame chili oil. Sorry. It's It's called hot chili oil here. It's also hot sesame oil because that's the base. They take the sesame oil and then they add a very spicy chili in it. And again, I used it a little too much in the last one. It was like, whew, I love it hot. Oh, canola oil, excuse me. This is not sesame oil, it's canola oil with chili extract. Glad I checked. So I'm gonna use that too. I'm gonna use the sesame oil, toasted sesame oil. I'm gonna use a drop because a little goes a long way of the hot chili oil as well. I am gonna use my soy sauce. And what else do I use? I do use a drop of the rice vinegar, of which I have several bottles. And then I'm gonna top it with the sesame seeds. And it is so good, so very, very good. So let's make it really fast. And in terms of measurements, you just throw it in there. If you're comfortable in the kitchen, if you want measurements, this is what I'll say. Oh, let's check, okay? Hello? Are you done? Let's see. Okay, this is the way it looks, which is exactly the way it's supposed to. Look at all those different shades of green. It's too hot to eat. Ooh, okay, let's do this. Let's blanch it. I have always relied on the kindness of cold water washes of our food. That's blanch de broccoli. That's for my theater friends. Blanching is a really great way to keep, there it is, to keep your just cooked vegetables crispy. My mom taught me this. In the olden days, my favorite veggie was green beans because those are easy veggies in terms of flavor. They don't taste like much. And she told me about blanching. So you're going to give your food a bath in cold water, ice cold water if you can. So what that does, of course, is it automatically stops the cooking process, which is important. Let's see. Let's take a teeny weeny bite. Yes, it is perfect. You know, like I said, I'm not a big, or if I didn't, I'll say it now. I'm not a big broccoli fan. I have a great story about my daughter who turns 21 today. She's overseas. This is the third birthday that I haven't been able to share with her. But she is my angel, and she sent me video from the tattoo parlor where she is getting she got another piece of ink on her arm, which is fine. We have matching ink. I'll show you that later, if you're lucky. Maybe it should be a premium item. Let's make our dish, and then I'll say goodbye. Measurements are, you know what I'll do? If you want the measurements, you let me know. Otherwise, just try it. You'll like it. And it's a wonderful, wonderful way to eat a wonderful, delicious, nutritious, and so healthy food. Bon appetit!